Coach, you spent a lot of time in your own zone or difficulty getting out of your own zone tonight. Is that a product of just having a young defense core and, one of those games where they're just, this is a learning experience, if you will?
I'd like to say it is, but I mean, I think tonight we showed our youth quite a bit. We talked about them being a rush team, a forecheck team, and how we were going to handle it. And I think tonight it got the best of us because our forwards weren't working to support, our D weren't working back for retrievals quick enough, and we looked like we had some heavy legs, and the pressure got to us, and then it snowballed a little bit in the third, and our youth showed, and then we rally a little bit in the second, and come out in the third with a chance to get points, which is what you ultimately want at the end of the day. Like, if we could have taken it to overtime, who knows, we get the 2 points in overtime, but then that youth mindset thinks that they've got to go try and be that hero, or we go and try, and then we give up too many scoring chances, and we kind of hung Nick out to dry.
The goal by Nola Dan with about, 4 and change to go in the second period, you had fought back to take the lead, and then that goal, was that kind of a backbreaker? I mean, you were still even after 2, but it seemed like that took all the wind out of your sails.
Yeah, I think it gave them a little bit of life. I mean, I think losing Fish hurt us a little bit. We had to overplay a few of our older guys, and some younger guys kind of just struggled to stay with that tempo. But we talked about at the start of the year and at training camp that our MO was going to be scoring by committee, defend by committee. Hard work was the bare minimum we expected here, and I don't think we worked nearly hard enough. If you watch that game over, the stick battles we lost, the one-on-one battles we lost. Besides Marco, our next best player was a 16-year-old in Brown, and you can't have that. We need some of our guys that we brought in to take steps and step up, and they have to step up, and it's a little bit on them to step up.
I know you're not a big fan of talking about yourself, but obviously some big news today. Talk about your thoughts about being named the head coach of the Canadian national junior team.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather focus on these guys because we got London tomorrow. But it's a huge honor. I'm excited for it. The best part of working with Hockey Canada is that journey and the people I'll get to work with, and the people the staff that they put together is second to none, and I'll get to see some familiar faces from last year's tournament, and I'm excited to get going. It's a great opportunity for Mike and Brent while I'm gone to kind of take charge and show that they're able to look after the group while they're going, and it's a great challenge for our leaders to hold things together when I'm gone for a month, and I think we have the right people in that dressing room to do that. Brent's come in and done an excellent job, and Mike's a huge influence on those kids, and I have all the confidence in my world and all the confidence in the world in my staff, and I know they'll take care of the guys for me while I'm gone.
And you mentioned the challenge of taking over Team Canada. What is it like for you going from an assistant coach to now being the guy in charge?
I won't know till I get there. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, doing the Helenka this summer was exciting, and you get into that situation, right? Anytime you're with Hockey Canada, expectations and pressure are high, and I wouldn't have got involved if I didn't want to put myself in that position. And I think you lean on the people that you work with, and as a group, you push forward to have that success. And I think we'll get in there and get to work, and we'll put a good team together. We'll have some fun doing it, and we'll chase another gold medal.
Just back to the the game and the team. I think this is 2 games in a row where you've come back from a multi-goal deficit. You won one, came up short tonight. Are you taking more of a glass half empty or glass half full approach when you're getting behind but able to come back?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some issues that we have to address quickly. I think, you don't want to be coming from behind at all. I think with our group and our team, I think it's smarter if we're, tied or better coming into the game, obviously. But like I said, I think youth is going to be, is great because because these kids are pushing and they're learning so much day in and day out. And then at times the game's it's gonna feel tough for them because there's some 20-year-olds out there. There's good teams that are strong and heavy, and we know from previous history it's a 19-year-old league, and teams that have more 19-year-olds are usually a little bit more successful. But I think we've proved to ourselves and they've proved to each other that when they work and when they compete as a group and they stay on the same page and support each other, we're a team that can compete with anybody, and we're a team that can be dangerous. And I think it's just a matter of we can't shoot ourselves in the foot. Like, I think that first period we might have given up 4 scoring chances and 3 went in the back of our net, and they didn't earn any of it. Like, it was all just blue line turnovers. And then the second period we showed what we can do and we managed the puck. And then the third period just kind of, they stuck with it. We were trying to press probably a little bit too much and made a few little mistakes, and Nick had to make some big saves, and then the one gets through us because we have a puck in the neutral zone, and a veteran player that just didn't put it deep, and then it hurt us. So those are the things we have to clean up.
And maybe just a comment about taking on London tomorrow, first time this season. What do you expect from them?
Yeah, our conference doesn't get any easier, right? Like, every night you come out, it's a battle and it's a grind, and that's the great thing about playing in the Western Conference. You get no nights off, and so we've rebounded before. We had a average game against Kitchener, and they came out with a huge effort against the Sioux, and London's a good team. There's that rivalry. There's that edge that is to a game like that. There's lots of energy. There's lots of enthusiasm. There's a little bit of pressure to to compete and play well against London. They've got solid decor, and we just have to really manage the puck. But I think we'll respond. I think it'll be good for our guys to face some adversity, try and rebound again, and we're going to have other nights like this. I'm sure of it, and right, I want to see how they respond. I want to see who steps up, because then that shows me who's got both feet in and not just dipping a toe in and believes in our group, right? Because I know the staff does, and I know our leadership group, and Marco and Cooper and Wayner, right? So someone's going to step up in Fish's absence, and we're going to rebound.
Thanks, Coach.